No president in this country has dealt with corruption or theft of public property, including Kibaki, including the fact that if you are careful in your observation, although I'll talk about this, if you are careful in your observation, you realize that corruption started with Kibaki's government.
Are you serious?
That's where corruption started. In terms of digital taxation, this is where I fault government. Government is putting people at the treasury who have no idea of how to run the treasury. Absolutely. Why would you tax small boys and girls? Getting money on trying to get money on YouTube and such a little monies. Why can't you be innovative? Why don't you support those people to make even more? Somebody earns 50,000, you want to go for it. The government should be more innovative, more creative in terms of raising revenue. I do not believe you need to be a doctor to run Kenyatta Hospital. Nobody will run it better than me, and I'm not a doctor. If you give me 6 months, that dirty place will change.
Would you understand?
You don't need to be at the top. You are a leader. What is required is leadership skills, not manager. You employ managers. I agree with Miguna. What you need is capacity. I don't believe that you need an economist even to run treasury.
Manyora can do that.
Oh, not even do in my sleep.
And you're just in time for yet another edition of Business Glide here on Herman Manyora's channel. My name is Richard Mwenja as always, and later on the show I'll be joined by none other than renowned public scholar and political analyst Herman Manyora to help me delve into our subject of the day. But first things first, allow me pay my dues to our title sponsors, or rather show sponsors for the day. And our sponsor for this edition of Business Glide is none other than Mambo Safi Laundry and Cleaning Services located in Kitengela town. They offer an array of services here in Nairobi and within the environs of Nairobi city. From as low as 400 Kenya shillings, you can get special services that range from laundry services, dry cleaning services, deep carpet cleaning and vacuuming services, sofa cleaning and vacuuming services, mattress cleaning and vacuuming services, car detailing, tank and gutter cleaning, toilet sink and tile stain removal services, as well as domestic cleaning services, and last but not least, commercial cleaning services. Remember, they also offer 10% off on referrals, carpet cleaning, and a number of their services. So all you need to do is contact them via the number that has been displayed at the bottom part of your screen. And remember also that they offer free delivery, pickup and delivery services. So for example, you want them to come to your place and do post-construction cleaning. All they do, they'll come there with their vehicles, do the cleaning and leave. All you need to do is to pay them what belongs to them. As they say, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. But also remember, in as much as you're giving them, they are offering you 10% discount on a number of their services. And from as low as 400 Kenya shillings, you can access the best laundry and cleaning services in town. This far, they have served over 10,000 happy clients here in the city of Nairobi and its environs. All you have to do is give them a call today. Remember, the number has been displayed at the bottom part of your screen. It's all about Mambo Safi, laundry and cleaning services, the best in the business. Now to our conversation of the day, we are looking at economic concerns that Kenya needs to look into in the near future, and actually today, if not yesterday. And by this I mean, what fronts should we address? And going back down memory lane from Kibaki's administration, there are sectors of the economy that have been ailing. We want to understand when and where did the rain start beating us, and what can the Uhuru administration do before the exit office come 9th of August this year. Let's delve into this conversation right away with none other than Herman Manyora. Welcome on the program, sir.
Thank you, Richard.
I see.
Yes.
You're looking good today, but not in your usual suits. Are they all for laundry at Mambo Safi, laundry and cleaning services?
Yeah, they are at Mambo Safi.
I see.
They do a good job.
All right, they are our sponsors for today's edition and subsequent ones. Or do you welcome other sponsors on the show?
We want many sponsors, many partners. We have space.
I see.
Yes.
All right, so today's conversation, we're looking at some sectors of our economy that are ailing, but somewhat they were doing good during Kibaki's tenure. Kenyans have been all over social media and trying to make some comparisons, which is not quite good, but oftentimes you have to do it. And they are looking at some sectors that were somewhat performing during Kibaki's tenure, but during Uhuru's administration, they somehow have fallen the short of glory when it comes to efficiency and the turnover they are making. Let's begin in the lens of education. Kibaki introduced free primary education, secondary education as well. And over time, we've seen the cost of financing education in this country become more expensive, contrary to what he was expecting of Kenya come 2022 or 2030 and so forth. When did we say, when can you say that probably we now started going heavy into education financing?
As a government or as parents?
No, as citizens who want now to cater for the needs of their children, because a recent survey by the National Household Budget shows that at least 30% of the household income is spent on financing education. Would you say that this is the Kenya you'd envision when it comes to financing education?
I think when Kibaki started, the whole thing was embraced well, but it lacked some conceptual power. It was more political, really. Let me give you a good example. When we brought in free primary education, the year 2003, as part of Kibaki's pledge to the country, we did it in a blanket manner. Blanket. And our neighbors, Uganda, I think, and Rwanda and the rest have done it differently. They started by looking at who needs to be supported. We even, parents even complained, because there were schools with the parents who are willing to continue taking care of their children in the manner they had always done. But they were told never, not a single coin. So you can see that kind of situation. That was already wrong. Secondly, teachers did not buy into the idea. Because when parents pay money to schools, and you come and say no more money, you are telling teachers the money you have been eating must disappear. They were not happy. But they complied out of fear. Now, when people comply out of fear, they are looking at ways to cheat the system. So naturally, after some time, the teachers had already gone back to their bad habits of collecting money. And now it's at its worst. So I'm saying the way it was conceived, the way it was implemented, was just a political thing.
I see.
Yeah.
All right. Several leaders have eulogized the late President Kibaki as an enemy to graft, one who couldn't fathom graft. Should it be from his allies who are doing some undertakings, dirty undertakings to the government and so forth? If you remember the case of the late Mwenja and so forth, the likes of Chris Murungaru, these were people that once they were acquitted of graft in any case, Kibaki distanced himself from them in as much as they were his friends, in a way. For the current administration, it's facing a number of graft cases, and the president has come forward and said, yes, the biggest enemy to the country's economic growth right now is graft. What mechanisms can the current government borrow from Kibaki's tenure that saw him being a successful president who stood firm on the fight against graft?
You know, graft or corruption or theft is a global problem. It's not easy to deal with it. No president in this country has dealt with the corruption or theft of public property, including Kibaki. Including the fact that if you are careful in your observation, although I'll talk about this, if you are careful in your observation, you realize that corruption started with Kibaki's government.
Are you serious?
That's where corruption started. Serious corruption. Serious corruption. Big money. You see, during Moi's time, there was little theft here and there of allocation of public land to people, 10% of contractors, are getting 10% of the cost of some people doing some shoddy work here and there. But when Kibaki came in, corruption moved into billions of shillings. Billions.
Mega.
A road that will cost 800 million moved into 3 billion, 4 billion. And most of that was being eaten. So we will talk about that at a later date.
I see.
But you cannot talk of corruption and absolve Kibaki.
I see.
Yes.
Interesting one. If you look at matters national security and safeguarding our economy against external aggression, we've succumbed to fatalities that come with that. Talk of Westgate and the Garissa attack, and you saw the number of investors who pulled out of Kenya and so forth. Kibaki was the president when Kenya made its first incursion into Somalia way back in around 2011, 2012. Now, there are calls for AMISOM to exit Somalia and so forth. Would you say, with regards to securing Kenya's economy against external aggression, Kibaki did exemplary? And for the current sitting government, there are calls, members rallying the government to pull out of Somalia. Are we not jeopardizing the state of our economy in the near future? What do you say to the current administration with regards to that?
I do not support Kenya's involvement in Somalia wars. No, I don't support it. I've never understood why we went to Somalia in the first place. Much less why we are still there. This like 13 years down the line. What are we doing in Somalia? There was no justification whatsoever for Kenyans to go into Somalia. None. And even if there was one, 13 years is a long time. When you enter somebody's territory, you must have entry and exit strategies. You must know, I go in, I accomplish this, and I get out. You don't want to get caught up in endless wars like Americans in Afghanistan, where, because Americans have enough dollars to waste hitting rocks in Afghanistan. We don't have that kind of money.
I see.
What are we doing in Somalia? I've never understood.
All right.
Yeah.
But with regards to our economy, will you say that Kenya's economy is a place whereby it's so safe from external aggregation? And what we should do is now focus on the economy and do less outside the borders of Kenya?
You know, terrorism, if that's what you mean, is a global problem. We are as much victims as anybody else. But there are those things we do to attract it to ourselves. We must avoid those kind of things.
I see.
No country can say they are safe from this kind of terrorist activities. But we must fight them.
I see.
No country can say, oh, this is an American problem. No. This is our problem. All of us as a community of nations. And Kenyans cannot be safe. Not just the economy. They cannot be safe unless the whole world is safe. So whatever contribution Kenyans can make in making the world safe, they should go ahead and do it.
All right. A number of Kenyans, especially farmers from North Rift, have gone into social media and say that probably we were having good tidings from maize farming and others who also doing cash crop around North Rift during Kibaki's tenure. They say that this issue of maize scandal started at around the issue of 2009, 2010 and so forth, but they knew Kibaki will take it under control. But they say it has actually skyrocketed, whereby now maize farmers are no longer reaping from their craft. Would you say that the current administration has done quite much less with regards to turning around the fortunes of maize farmers in this country, and how much of effort should be put in place to make sure that these very millions of maize farmers in Kenya can go back to areas where they can say we are proud Kenyans who are reaping from the fruits of our soil?
All these past regimes, present and past, all these leaders, none of them has come up with a strategy to help farmers. Not just maize farmers, but farmers. The problems that afflict farmers are things you can deal with within a year and they are all disappeared. So I don't like giving people accolades merely because they hear something and they rush there and put off the fires. And then we clap for them. I believe in long-term policy measures. If we had a president, whether they were Moi or Kibaki or Jomo Kenyatta, who really wanted to help maize farmers, what would they do? If Kibaki had helped maize farmers, he would have put policies in place which could not have been reversed by anybody.
I see.
For example, if you provide free seed as a way of ensuring that this country does not receive bad seed and that we can afford it, nobody can reverse that kind of strategy. Okay? If you dealt on the land tenure, nobody can reverse that kind of strategy. If you put up a serious fertilizer plant, can somebody come and close it? Because you are no longer president. If you put in place value addition for maize farmers, would somebody come and reverse that? It's not possible. So none of these people can convince me they have done anything to help maize farmers. And look at what people like Ruto were celebrating, Gulana Kulalu. I really laughed. First of all, it was not going to work. You cannot irrigate 1 million acres of land, maize. It's not possible. They scaled it down, I think, to 500,000 acres. It's still not possible. But you start by irrigating horticulture, not maize, unless you are Delamere farm, maize for animals. So what I'm saying is, even there, it is not a good strategy. Because assuming it worked, Gulana Kulalu will produce the maize Kenyans need. All of it. What will happen to people from Wasinigishu, where you come from?
The maize will be rotten in the stores and so forth.
Yes. So I'm just falling short of saying all these people they don't mean well. Or they don't have the capacity.
In Swahili they say moto ya masagari.
Ni bure tu. Hakuna kitu wanasaidia Kenyans.
All right, sir, let's advance this conversation and look at the issue of digital economy. Kibaki's administration came forth with the opening up of internet penetration into Kenya and companies going the smart way and so forth. However, if you look at it from the flip side, you realize that we are facing issue of cyber security, and also the introduction of digital taxation has received backlash from many Kenyans. Would you say, in as much as the current administration is trying to advance Kibaki's legacy projects such as the digital economy, that issues such as digital taxation has come too early? It hasn't really met the threshold whereby you can say Kenyans now come forth and pay for taxes in the digital space.
First of all, with the cyber security and the rest, you must know that these are things that are happening across the world. Every new thing comes with something very good, but there are unintended things that come with it, bad consequences. So cyber security and so on is part of what we will have to deal with. In terms of digital taxation, this is where I fault government. Government is putting people at the treasury who have no idea of how to run the treasury. Absolutely. Why would you tax small boys and girls? Getting money on trying to get money on YouTube and such a little monies. Why can't you be innovative? Why don't you support those people to make even more? Somebody earns 50,000, you want to go for it. The government should be more innovative, more creative in terms of raising revenue. And not go. The government should not imagine the only way it can raise money is through taxation.
All right.
We want to promote digital mining. We want many Kenyans to mine money from the internet, from the digital space. We don't discourage them by unnecessary taxation.
I see.
You get it?
I see.
Yeah.
All right. Many are crediting Kibaki's exemplary performance with regards to economic growth rate when he left government in 2013 due to the kind of budgetary allocation to his executive and also his expansive executive. You saw the number of cabinet slots were quite high than the current ones. Would you say with regards to efficiency in running a government, probably the sitting administration probably should look into the issue of probably coming up with more cabinet slots or state departments and agencies so that we really tackle issues on the ground, not just from the top level, but we also go there on the ground level, because there are enough state agencies, departments, and also cabinet ministries are spread all over the economy.
That's a long-standing debate. Just how much government do you need? In America, one side of the political divide says we must have limited government. But the Democratic side, the Democrats say no, we need to have heavy government so long as it serves people. The Republican, the grand old party, says no, we should have minimal government. So it's an ongoing debate, and even in this country. What I was thinking we could be the issue is, in the 1990s, I think 80s and 90s, we thought in the name of saving, we phased out certain categories of workers, including extension workers. You cannot imagine it. Extension workers. So it's a time to relook at that. Let government employ more people so long as those people are able to help us realize the potential we have. Help farmers, for example. We need those extension workers to come back. As to whether you need a heavier government in terms of ministers, that for now has been sorted out by the Constitution. And you cannot do beyond that. In fact, when Uhuru came up and added these people called CAS, he was taken to court and I think he lost the game. I think we Kenyans seem to have decided we need less ministers than we had during Kibaki's time.
All right.
But that's a conversation that can be carried on with a revived BBI.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see that. In the fullness of time, you've always said BBI is a dream deterred, postponed but not a dream deterred.
Yes,
That's your standing.
Not even me, it's Uhuru has said, sometime, someday.
All right, sir. The very last. Your commentary here on Business Glide have always gone ahead of time. A number of people have always said Manyora is a prophet. Oftentimes not a prophet of doom, but a prophet of what will come and will be of great importance to this country. With regards to defining the course of Kenya's economic landscape, would you say Kibaki, the great economist he has been as painted by many outside there and even fellow leaders, is it high time that for Kenya's top leadership, we should probably relook at the profession of economists in the setup and probably make sure that every parastatal has economists on board? Top executive of the government is driven by people who know issues about policy analysis, policy actions, and research. Would you say that it's high time we relook at the career of economists and so forth?
I think they are there. I was surprised when, as a union official, we had things we were doing, and then the Minister of Labor was involved. The economic division is so well staffed, wonderful people. Economists are where they are needed, they are there.
Really?
Oh, they are there.
But why are
we do not use professionals in this country, but they are there. They are there where they are needed, they are there, but people don't listen to what professionals said. I thought you were asking me whether we should make sure we give economists
a front row seat.
Yeah, management, they should be the one in charge. I don't buy into that. I do not believe you need to be a doctor to run Kenyatta Hospital. Nobody will run it better than me, and I'm not a doctor. If you give me 6 months, that dirty place will change.
Would you understand?
You don't need to be at the top. You are a leader. What is required is leadership skills, not manager. You employ managers. I agree with Miguna. What you need is capacity. I don't believe that you need an economist even to run treasury.
Manyora can do that.
Oh, not even do in my sleep. If I were given the treasury to run in my sleep, just in my bedroom, it will be, I will turn this country around. So you need a person with capacity. That train is good, like you say, but at the technical level where they are required. So you need doctors in Kenyatta National Hospital, surgeons, top. But to run the hospital, you need an intelligent human being.
I see.
A leader.
All right. At least we've made away with those who are casting aspersions on the credibility of economists and whether they are there in government parastatals.
They are there. They are there. There is the economic division everywhere you go where it is required, staffed by tough economists.
Like
I was shocked when I went to the labor. Pay them a visit, the economic division of the Minister of... You will not believe what you see.
All right.
They even try to arbitrate when there are disputes. Trade unions and their employers.
All right.
The employer says, no, we can't afford this. And the economic division of the labor, Minister of Labor, my friend.
All right. I see you're trying to say that the young economists...
the Minister for Labor will kind of give you the true position to help the employer and the employees arrive at a reasonable salary.
Well, that's Herman Manyora trying to make an impression that you, as truly Richard Mwenja, can make a career out of public service, the young economist that I am. All right. For Fun of the Week, we go all the way to Kitengela Town. We get the Managing Director of Mambo Safi Laundry and Cleaning Services, Madam Soila, and the entire company who say they always tune in to Business Glide and they always support. To Mambo Safi, our show sponsors.
Thank you, Mambo Safi, our sponsors. Thank you for being our partners. Thank you, Soila, for being part of us.
All right, make sure you get posted on our subsequent editions of Business Glide. This is a show that we hope will have an impact in the future of Kenya's economy in the fullness of time. And we also invite our partners on board. It's not only about Mambo Safi Laundry and Cleaning Services. You too can join on board. We have affordable rates that you can afford, whatever organization that you come in from. Until next time on Business Glide, my name is Richard Mwenja. Up next on your screen is the Business Glide African Proverb of the Day.